I'm Dad.
Dad?
Yes, I'm Dad. Watch the edge of the chair. Let me move it so you can come closer. Guys, what's up? It's Medic. This is my... Oh, sorry. This is Dad. And my son... This is my son, Morris. For those that don't know, he likes to call himself Mo. Instead of the baby Mac that we had given him a while ago, he prefers to say Momo, right? He doesn't say very much yet. He is 2 years old in just a few more days. Happy birthday. Happy young birthday. And we thought we'd work on my Komodo today. Here is the Komodo body, one of his favorite trucks. This is a extension for the lights that I run, for the light kit underneath that I put in. Makes it easy for me to take in and out of the receiver. Now, today, what are we doing? We are installing my new set of King shocks. Check it out. Scale down. What do you think? King shocks? Yeah, we're gonna put them on here. You want the package? No? You want my keys? You gonna take Big Blue for a drive? Okay. King shocks. So these shocks are from RC 4-wheel drive. They are 100 millimeters in length. That's the only size I needed. It will lift my truck a tad, but these are fully adjustable shocks. So they do have the adjustment ring that can actually tighten the preload on the springs. But right now I'm going to leave them at an unload setting. It's very loose. This one, here, watch. There's a difference. This one, it's got a nice compression rate to it. And this one right here, let's say this one. This one's completely empty. This is how the shock comes out of its package. Ta-da! There's no oil in this. Bang! Thank you. This one, what's the matter? What do you want? Are you trying to start it with the keys? This is the front. Right? So with the shocks already being empty, that kind of spring rate causes quite a bouncy radio control truck, right? You're going over, it's going to bounce quite a bit. But once you start adding shock fluid, what's the matter? What do you want? You want a what? Do you want me to turn it on? What do you want? Because you want a screwdriver? Here. Where's your big screwdrivers? You want to use Dad's? This one, these are all freezing cold, hey? These were in my truck. What, this one? Pencil crayon? Okay. Thank you. That is a Phillips. You can actually undo the base plate right here, but that doesn't need to be done. But whatever you want to do is fine. I love being a dad. He's probably my biggest fan. You might even get him to poke me in the eye here with a screwdriver here in a moment. I usually have some glasses. What do you need? You gonna put the shock on for Dad?
No.
You're not gonna put that on? Why don't you remove one of the tires, which looks like, yeah, they're screwed on there, and you are going to need a special screwdriver. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da! Is it this one? Here, use this one.
No.
Yeah, you gotta use it to unlock these tires. No? What do you want? You can use that one instead, but that's a spark plug remover. You could do that too. Now it's a screwdriver holder. Okay, so for a tire to come off of here, we're gonna replace all 4 shocks. Get back to what I was saying about the silicone oil, or silicone, or whatever you guys want to call it, wherever you're from. The weight I'm using is 37.5. Because I was going to use a 15 weight oil, and basically that's just the thickness of the oil. The higher the number, the more thick the oil is. What do you want? This one? Good job. So 37.5 is what I like. It gives me a great compression rate. See? That's perfect. That gives me, it's still flexible, it's not too stiff. And the only unfortunate thing about using a thicker oil, especially in my part of the world where it gets cold during the winter, is this will start to become firm. So I'll probably switch it back to 15 weight oil as it gets colder. But for the time being, right now, it's still pretty warm, so I can use these. Dun, dun, dun. I've already taken the piggyback off of this shock by simply undoing the top, and since it comes empty already, there is a secret to doing your shocks with shock oil, and that secret is you don't want to create an airlock in there. You want to make sure there's no air in here, or else as you start to compress the shock against the top cap, that the liquid will push against the air will compress, and it will actually stop the shock from moving anymore. What do you need, buddy? Do you want my tool pouch? Yeah? Do you want down?
Yeah.
Or I can just give you the tool pouch right here. Explore. Here you go. Here's a drill. Want to try that one? Ta-da! Anyway, so shock rates, compression rates, here you go. That's essential for what I need on this vehicle. A lot of people are like, oh, your shocks are too stiff, and I have so many RCs now that I have them all set up for different driving methods. But for the Komodo itself, I wouldn't mind a little bit more flex from my drive the other day. How's that going? Biggest RC Adventures fan. It's great. I'm loving it for now because I know later you'll want nothing to do with it. There you go. You learn how to line it up, it should be fine. Sounds like it needs a battery charge, eh? Or you're just squeezing the trigger just a tiny bit. Oh no, it needs a charge for sure. Do you want me to get you another battery? Yeah? See, I had an agenda for this film, but anytime I involve my son, there is a different agenda.
Yeah.
I'm going to get it right now, my boy.
No.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That is not a word. But I like that you're trying. Oh! Don't poke me with it. Watch my eye. Dad needs his eyes for filming. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da! It still lights up. You want me to get you a battery? Yeah? Okay, I will be right back. Entertain them for a few minutes, will ya? I'll run downstairs and get it. Just tell them what you're doing with the drill there. And stay there, don't fall off the chair. Here you go, brand new battery. Plus I needed to put this charger in my work kit anyway. Hopefully there's a charge in this one for you. Can I see? Mm-hmm. Oh, cool! All charged. Maximum settings. Is that better? Back to business. Okay, so the secret about that airlock in your shocks is to actually compress the shock. Then put in your oil as it's compressed. What? What? And then as I'm putting the oil in the shock, I'm slowly letting it decompress, kind of sucking that oil into the shock, kind of removing any of the air that's in there. Okay, so now I've got it filled right to the top. You guys can't see it because it's focused on us instead of this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to compress the shock again. Careful not to push the oil out of the top.
Mom.
Yes, I'm Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing the shocks. I'm trying to show them how to do shocks without an airlock.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see us on the screen, can't you? It's Momo and Dad. Ta-da! Okay, so the meniscus on top of the oil right here, because it's like just bulging on like a glass of water, how you get the water bulging before it actually overflows. That shows that I've got just a little bit too much in there. That's no problem. What I'm actually going to do to make my life a whole lot easier is just move this adjustment ring on these kings down. It's actually going to get this spring out of the way for me. Ta-da, like that. And as I compress it again, making sure all those air bubbles are out. I did it too much, can't compress it the whole way. There we go. All the air bubbles are out. Then, as it's compressed in my hand, and as that meniscus is at the top, I'm going to put the shock cap back on and slowly start to thread it. In fact, if you're having troubles like I am, because I got a distraction here, you can actually start it right and don't seal it, because there is a rubber O-ring at the top that actually keeps the seal. If Keeps all that shock fluid from leaking out. Now that it's there and I know it's almost there, still air can escape. So I'm going to push it, I'm going to compress it. And as it's compressed, I'm going to start to turn the top. How are you doing? What are you doing? Is the pouch in your way?
No.
Okay. He's great at communicating. He knows what I'm saying. He just doesn't say a lot yet. Okay, there we go. It's tight, fairly tight. As I compress the shock, it goes all the way to the bottom. None of the shaft is exposed as I compress the shock. Then, everything being tight, I can go ahead. You missed your toe. That's lucky. I'm changing the adjustment rate on the top spring, going all the way back to the top so the preload is removed. Poking me in the eye. I know you guys are waiting for it. Ah! There you go. So now I've got a great compression rate on the spring. I keep looking at the viewfinder just so I can show you guys, make sure I know what you're seeing. And that shock is ready to go. It's really that simple. It takes way less time than what I'm doing here. It takes minutes, but when you're dad, it can take close to an hour. All right, so this one, here's the other one again. That kind of springy and slippery because of all the shock oil. But here's the difference. Did you just eat something? You got ketchup on your face and your shirt. Yeah. What do you need? This shock right here is done. This one totally needs to be done. Yeah. What? This one?
Dad.
You want me to help? Okay. I just have one more shock to do though. It's shocking how many shocks I have to do. Perfect. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. I have to take off a wheel anyway to get to the shock mount. Oh, I guess I don't have to. What? Are we only doing what you want? But this is the job Dad needs. Oh, you want to do it. Well, use this screwdriver then. He gets the idea that the screwdriver goes into something, but he doesn't know how to turn it yet. Yeah, you don't get that concept yet, but I love that you're trying. Ta-da! Ta-dad!
Oh.
Ah! Ha-ha! Want me to move the pouch? You want it back? Oh, I hit you in the face. You're welcome. Won't be the first or the last. Okay, we'll take this off because we got to mount up the shocks anyway. Stabbing, stabbing, stabbing. Come on, this is what I call family time, hey? Doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you're spending time together. He's stabbing my new tires, so hopefully that won't happen in full scale. Apparently I'm done taking that off and I only got one of the 6 screws removed. That's okay. Alrighty, I guess we could have used the drill. Very good point. No, you're not allowed to have this screw. It's too small, bud. That's a rule. Now you can have anything else. Here, just use it like this. I showed you. Go right there. You don't like that idea? Don't want to use that tool? That's it. What's the matter? What's the matter? No, you can't have the screw. There are limits to what Dad will give you. It's too dangerous. No, you can see it, but you can't have it. No. See? What? You tried to flip my hand into yours. Very smart. Alright, here. I'll supervise you. There you go. Put it back in the wheel. I think you're going to drop it and lose it, but that's okay. Dad has many more. It goes actually right here. See that hole? Right there? And you use this one to get it back in. Yeah, it's very tough to do with fingers, buddy. You got to use the end of the magnetic screwdriver. Watch. Like this?
No.
Yes. Okay. Dad shows you the easy way how to do it. You want to do it the difficult way. You're definitely my son. If my dad was watching this right now, he will be rolling with laughter. Only better still is if he took my tools without telling me and then spread them all over the house, which already happens. It doesn't go in the end. I told you. Alright, how are we going to get these shocks done? We got to show the folks how the shocks are done. No? You're going to try and put the screw into the end of the drill. We're both getting over a cold right now. It's been horrendous. He's pushing through molars right now. His teeth are coming in. And that means long nights. So we've been doing long nights. Jem is actually out right now doing lady stuffs, and we're home doing man stuff, I guess. I don't even want to stereotype it like that because I know how many ladies are in the hobby. Alright. Ba-da-da-da. Okay, last one because I already did the other one. So same idea. Compression, oil, slurping it up, getting all those air bubbles out, slowly releasing the pressure. Then compressing it again, air bubbles still coming out, meniscus at the top. Just gonna start the top. Get these faux piggyback reservoirs there. If you guys want to check out what reservoirs are for in full scale trucks, you certainly can do that. King and a whole bunch of other manufacturers of shocks show what the reservoirs are for. Basically, it's to take the heated oil that's expanding from the mechanical movement of the shock, actually pushes it into a reservoir so there's no issues. There's other reasons too, but heat's one of them. Are you done? Looks like he's done. You know how attention spans go with a 2-year-old. Okay, perfect. So I want to check that a little bit again, just to make sure I had enough shock oil in there. It seems still a little too springy to me, so I'm going to try it again. He's going to empty out all my tools from my tool pouch, and I'll wrap up this video so you guys actually have something to... What's the matter? What do you need? Uh-oh, what? What'd you lose? Did you lose the screw? Was Dad not supervising? You could have eaten it and I wouldn't have known. Aha! I got it! Here you go. Don't lose it. Don't lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh yeah, I didn't put enough shock oil in there. I thought I did. What? You're up and at 'em. No, not this one. This one. You can have this one. Dad's working with this one. Yeah, just a little bit. Hold on. Just a little bit more. Whee! Alright, there we go. So I'm going to start the cap, getting it towards where it needs to be, compress the oh, see, look at here. I already put in too much and I go to compress the shock. Look at how much is left there. Ah, that's an airlock. Okay, that tells me right away that I've got an air bubble in that shock. Thanks for losing it. Okay, compressing, getting out the extra. Maybe I'll actually just take out a little bit more. Here's my... There, good. Starting it, compressing it. Once the compression is done, turning the top. Anyway, the reason why I did this video, apart for your entertainment, is for people that are trying to put shocks together, having a bit of a hard time, or they get their shocks and wonder why they're so springy, and it's because you need shock oil. The proper type of shock oil. It's in my eye! My eye! My eye, I'm blinded! Alright. Okay, so let's check it out, because I'm almost done. Dun, da, da, da. Compressing, still have a little bit, look at, still have some air in there, so I'm not quite able to compress it the whole way, but almost, so I'll just back it out a little. Just get the rest of this tire off. Thank you, very helpful. Yes. You gonna work for Fat Tony and Vinny? You gonna start collecting debts without that thing? Where's my money? Give me my money. You can start losing some fingers. Papa! We're clipping the hedges. Clipping the hedges. Clipping the hedges. Don't know what a hedge is yet, but we're clipping it. I almost got it. With the tire removed, you can see here that gaining access to the lower shock mount and the upper shock mount is a piece of cake, really. It's just a matter of 2 screws and a nut driver. Well, 2 screws and a nut you remove with a nut driver. I'm a nut. Dun, da, 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 da. Yeah. You dropped the tire? That's okay.
No.
Yes? That's what Dad needs to do, bud. Yeah, you're gonna try and put the tire on? Okay, am I in your way? So sorry. Alright, let's get this one down here. Yes, okay, apparently I'm not allowed to do that. Where is Dad's... Where'd you put Dad's pliers? You emptied them all on the ground? Yep, he did. Well then, let's use this funny little one so we don't have to push you out of the way. Oh, here I got another set. Perfect. Ta-da! Gotta remove the bottom one. Where's my screwdriver go? There it is. Ta-da!
No.
Yeah. Hold on, son. Hold on, son. Hold on. Hold.
No.
They say enjoy every moment you have with your child. Spend as much time as possible with them, and I certainly do. One day he'll be all grown up and want to go off and show his own son or daughter what to do. And that will be a cool day for me and Jim. Jim and I. Da 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 da. Okay, which way do I want the piggyback res? I want it that way. Yeah, we just need to mount up the shock, buddy, and then you can totally do that. And then we'll take this one and stick it through on the other side. Fixing the axle. Oh. You know, I'm trying to help you put the tire back on. Leave it there, please. Thank you.
No.
Yes.
No.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I know we need the tire, but we need a nut on it first. Hold on, buddy. Hey, settle down. What are you doing? Don't make me use my dad voice. Ta-da, da-da-da-da. It's on. We can only put the tire on. There is an order of operations. This is real life parenting for all those that don't know. This is what it actually looks like. Happy, sad, happy, sad, happy, happy, sad, sad, sad. Looks good, eh? You almost got it on there. Now, all I need is the proper spacer, bud. Where'd we put the spacer? Here it is, right here, and we need that little washer. We'll move that. Take this screw right here, we push it through, okay? See that? Make sure the reservoir is pointing the right way. I like that. Does it need a spacer, son?
No.
It looks like it does, hey? Let's use that ball anyway. Even though it went right in.
No.
Hey, chill. There we go. And then all we need is that washer and the nut.
No.
We do, bud. That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're going to put the tire on in like 2 seconds. I know. Hold on. There's an order of operations. So the tire goes lower than that. Scusi. Scusi. I need to tighten it up. Scusi. Hey, I can't put it on if you just keep holding the tire in the wrong spot. I can't. It doesn't go there. But I can tighten it up. We'll put the tire on, buddy. Don't worry. Just have a little bit of patience for that. You're fine. You're fine. Hold on. Hold on. There. Now the shock is there, and we can put the tire on exactly like you wanted. What do you think of that? That's where it goes. Whoa! There we go. And then we put the wheel nut back on, just like so. And then you're happy because you got your tire back on the truck. They're happy because they get to see a king shock finally mounted up properly. And that's a great spongy ride. You want to check it out? You might freak out if I move the truck, but ta-da! Ha! There. Next. I'm going to do the rest of them and show you. Okay, so there you go. A little bit of movie magic. He went off to play for about 10 minutes and I was able to get the job done. One of the things I forgot because I wasn't using my noggin when I was talking to you guys is because these wheels are spoked, you can actually stick your screwdriver right through, just like he's been doing. Use your pliers to undo the nut and the screw for the shocks. Is this your dump truck? Dump truck! Yeah, are we gonna say bye-bye? We want to show them the shocks though, don't we? The King shocks look pretty darn nice in my opinion. Look at that. And yes, they're much more sensitive to suspension than the other ones were, even though each one of these shocks does its own unique job. I actually like these G-Made shocks. They're called G-Transitions. And this one has an inner spring that actually helps pull it back. Oh my goodness. Okay, so in light of the new fragrance that is passing through my nose at the moment from my lovely son, I have some extreme dadding to do in a few minutes, but we wanted to thank you for coming by and checking out today's video, checking out the shocks. Yeah, tires. I did not mount the body yet properly, but look at, no, is that in your way? What do you figure? All cleaned up, face wiped, clothes changed, feeling nice and fresh? Ta-da! No? I thought I did a pretty good job. Pretty rad socks, dude. How's the yoga mat taste? At least it's new. Oh my, so the King shocks are on the truck. They look fantastic. Adjustable shocks or adjustable suspension will allow you guys to tune your suspension when you're off-road, when you're out on the trail. If you want a firmer suspension in one area, but you want a softer suspension in the other, that's why we even bother doing an upgrade like this. Apart from them just looking gnarly, how's that roof rack tasting? Hey, you like it? Does it look good? Oh, you got some scale rope. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, guys. Well, thanks a lot for spending some time with my son and I. I know it's a little bit unorthodox, and for those who are looking just to have a quick video on building shocks, well, that's not what we had today, but it was good father-son time for me, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show. So if you want to see more and you haven't subscribed, please go ahead, click that subscribe button. And of course, we're always putting out new videos for you guys to be inspired with, or, you know, just getting you guys outside to play. So thanks a lot, guys. See you in the next episode of RC Adventures. Bye-bye! Cool truck, dude. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah.